Big Boy Neighborhood. All righty now, Grammy nominated.
Yes.
Nipsey Hussle is in the neighborhood, man.
What up?
Hard work, huh?
Come on, man.
So proud of you.
Nip, you've been doing it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
You, and when you went, it's crazy when you said marathon years ago.
Right.
How real that is, because some people the race, and I'm good with the race, and I'm good with the sprint.
Right.
But your career and just life, it really is a marathon.
Straight up.
And you really taking your time and doing it right to get where you know you need to go.
Believe that.
What did that Grammy nomination feel like?
I was excited to hear that we got nominated. It was a stacked year.
I think we all were.
Yeah, for sure.
Big time.
Yeah. A lot of ways, you know what I mean? Just like you don't want to be validated by nobody's opinion. You want to be validated by your process. You worked hard. You know that you gave your all to something, but we artists. You know what I mean? So that always feel good to get your, hat nodded or tipped your way. You know what
Especially when you put the work in.
For sure.
And we said it as well, man. We was like, man, and we said it, Nip. We was like, that don't validate Nip. But to see other people look at the work, that's got to be
and
amazing.
Elevate my brand. You know what I mean? More than anything, just as a hustler, it's like, that's progress. That's a step forward.
Where were you when you found out?
I was in the gym. We was working out.
Yeah, and they told you, or it came up like on your phone or something?
Well, we knew the announcements was coming out that morning, and so I was with my engineer, a couple people that had worked on the album with me, and we was just planned on let's work out, let's be in our mode, regardless of what's going on. And so I just seen him jump up and get excited. So I figured
Did you have a feeling that you were gonna be nominated?
Low key,
yeah.
But I ain't expect nothing. I just was like, it been some talk around it, so. If the list would have came out and I wasn't on it, I wasn't gonna be disappointed.
Right.
I wasn't gonna be like, I got snubbed or no shit.
You wasn't gonna take to social media and start the war up. and I love, man, and I'm just gonna read up real quick where it says when Cardi did win, you posted and you said when it's your time, it's your time. Congrats to I Am Cardi B on her Grammy for Best Rap Album and also being the first female to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you say when it's your time, it's your time. What exactly does that mean?
Just what it says, you can't be upset. You can't be, I got cheated, I got let. Nah, that was clearly her time because of the way the outcome happened. And even before the Grammy was announced, Cardi had a great year. She had a big year. And so, that was just like I seen certain people having, even on my timeline, like, man, you got cheated. No, we ain't doing that. That ain't the convo. You feel me, man? That was her time. She got what she deserved.
Did you know that Victory Lap was special? Did it feel special to you, Nip?
It did feel special to me. It did, just the frequency of the music. When I listened to it, it just had a unique feeling when I listened to the project. And just my perspective where I was coming from, what I was saying on that, I'm like, if it get heard, the right way, I felt like it was gonna make an impact, How
much work have you been putting in to Nipsey Hussle? Because we can go back, man, and before we were sitting down doing interviews and before radio, you know what I'm saying? You seem like the same neighborhood Nip that you were working towards something. Yeah. How much, and it sounds like a generic question, but how much hard work does it really take for you to do what you do and be where you are right now and sacrifice?
Man, I be juggling. You know what I'm saying? I juggle a lot. I play a lot of positions. You know what I mean? So, my mentality when I do start to be like, damn, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's what it's supposed to feel like. If you are going toward what the vision look like, and that's like greatness. That's, on multiple levels. That's the vision that I'm working toward. So I'm like, I just think about that. Like, this shit ain't supposed to feel comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be a burden to a degree. And you gotta, wrap your mind around that and accept it and embrace it. And you catch some wisdom off of that. You know what I mean?
And when you do see Victory Lap or you see people that do come, is that one of those things where you feel like, man, people are really either we understand or we starting to understand this Nipsey when we say hustle for real?
Yeah, I think this was my first album, so this is the big leagues of music, putting out an album, mixtapes and everything.
Crazy to hear, like
as long as I've been
first album, yeah,
for sure. So I felt like for me to be able to you know, make an offering on that level, make a contribution, and then, you know, we see how, you know, people react to it, and we got a great reaction on the first one. I learned a lot, just what an album release process is. You know what I mean? That was my first time doing it, so I feel like where we ended up landing, all right, that's a great foundation to build on.
What's the pressure like now that the first one is out?
For real, it's not really pressure. I know people always be like sophomore jinx and everything. I don't feel that because this first one was really hard for me to make. You know what I'm saying? The first one felt like the real mountain.
What was so hard about it for you?
Man, just all the factors, the way things lined up. Me coming out of a major deal early on and being a little bit turned off by major labels. You know what I mean? Me just having turmoil and just setbacks in my career early. You know, sometimes it can knock the wind out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to be able to, and not to be long-winded, you know, just to be able to stay inspired long enough, you know what I mean?
To continue.
To deliver at my highest level on my album. You know what I mean? And that was important to me. I wanted people to hear a clear difference between the album and the mixtape.
Yeah.
Right.
I
And
mean,
plus
we
you
heard
had
it.
you had put so much work in as well,
Right.
leading up to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it's like there was so much great material already,
Right.
and then it's like, damn, now I got to come with so-called greater
Right.
material,
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the fan base continues to grow.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
You know what I'm saying? I do got to get into neighborhood Nip,
Yeah.
and
Let's do it.
I'm talking about just the entrepreneur, the guy that's not on the album cover.
Right.
Why is it so important, man, for you to be an entrepreneur and buy properties and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like own the block that you kind of stood in front of.
Well, that one property you talking about, 3420 West Lawson, that's the building that the Marathon clothing was in from day one, even before it was a Marathon, when it was just Lawson Tees. We was just renting a space and, you know, selling little odd items, T-shirts and stuff. It was in that shopping plaza. And even before we had the space rented, that was our corner we used to grind off of. So that building meant a lot to us, for sentimental reasons and just for the strategic location and what's going on right around it in LA, you know, Crenshaw with the train and everything. So from a real estate standpoint, it was a great opportunity, but then just from a sentimental level also, we connected to that corner, to that
So
building.
is that corner yours?
Yeah, that whole strip mall.
The whole plaza?
The whole plaza, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's amazing.
Myself, my brother, Dave Gross, we partners on it. So we all went in and purchased the whole lot together. Yeah.
Man, what does that feel like to stand there many times, to drive by, ride a bike past, or whatever it may be, to now
all of them things.
owning it?
Man, it ain't really sunk in for real. You know what I mean? I don't think it really sunk in. And we got other real estate, you know, but that one, just pulling in that parking lot and being like, you know, this is our land.
That's so inspiring because there must be so many people from that neighborhood as well that see you doing that, knowing your story and thinking about what their journey is going to be like next.
Right.
You know, being inspired by you. That's really cool.
Even more so that you're continuing to invest into that same neighborhood because I feel like you had the opportunity, you could have gone elsewhere,
Anywhere.
but you chose because of the sentimental value and what that neighborhood means to you to give back and grow from there. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Through all your hard
And you
work.
really be there too, though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, there's some
Yeah.
people that are like, yeah, he owned that. And they're like, we never
Write the
seen
check
it.
and walk away.
Right.
Like, check out.
That's a family business. So my family there, you know, so I check in with my family there.
Well, my nephews need jobs. I'm gonna send them over.
Go apply.
Send them
Entrepreneur.
through.
Come on.
Come on.
Internships.
Send them through.
Nipsey, through all your hard work and obvious sacrifice, what advice would you give your younger self now looking back?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a hard one. I would probably say just be more fearless. You know what I mean? I got all my radical moonshots have defined me. That don't be my downfall. My downfall be, you know, not going crazy
Right.
and not, you know, having a higher expectation. Anytime I didn't set my sight on something that seemed way outlandish, it always come back exactly how I seen it. So I think I would tell myself just put way bigger goals up, you know, on the wall and just have a bigger vision, have a higher expectation.
You know what's crazy about that? It seemed like your vision and your
Yeah.
expectations are already enormous. You know what I'm saying? Like enormous.
Right.
That do you feel like you could hustle harder or you could
I mean,
dream bigger?
I don't think it's even I could work harder because it's only so many hours in a day.
Yeah.
I just think the vision I put out and the goal that I'm going toward, it could be a bigger goal. It doesn't have to be as limited as I made it
Because
originally.
I definitely want to work less.
Yeah, I feel you.
And
Don't we
everybody
all?
does, but I'm talking about to any extent. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I would love to be a little lazy,
Right.
and just chill.
Right.
And I always feel like, man, I can grind smarter and
You
harder.
rich already, big. I
Yeah.
gotta catch up. You rich
Oh
already.
man,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
rich
saying?
in wisdom and,
You
and
rich already.
spirituality.
I know the deal.
I'm rich, and he owns a whole fucking lot.
He
Yep.
does.
Yeah, that I need to go over to and pay rent on.
Nah, we know about your business.
Do people pay you rent?
Yeah, they do.
I love that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Now
price of the
you said at
mud.
one point you were hustling in front of 3420, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what if somebody come to hustle now? What landlord are you now? Are you one of them? Man, you better get your ass off my property.
This is my corner.
Yeah.
Don't get it
that's
twisted.
That's a good question. For real. I would probably.
Tax him
No, I wouldn't tax him. I would probably-
Would you slap the shit out of him like BET?
a victory
No,
slap.
we ain't putting no violence on record.
Yeah, I got you. No.
Hey, no, for real, I would probably. I mean, I would respect their grind first, and then if I could, maybe offer them a situation, position. You know,
And I think that just people that know you and know why you came back, but why you stay there, I think that there is such a shield of protection that'll be around any venture that you do, man. And what I love about it, we're starting to see a lot of the neighborhoods slip away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember even a
Gentrified.
couple years back, you were talking about, the building that y'all getting and what y'all putting together.
Yeah.
And then when you fast forward, you're like, damn, they're really doing it. I remember us even just beforehand, before we got on College Cruise last year, just
Yeah.
some of the things that you guys were
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
And we go a calendar year later,
right.
and you got the property and continue up and down.
And what's crazy big, if I tell you the story off air, how we ended up even being able to make an offer on the building, that's crazy. We've been trying to buy the building for years.
Wow.
Damn.
And it's a big train coming.
I know.
And that's gonna make the value of all the
Yeah.
property go up.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to buy that building for years from, the owners, and they like, we're not budging. Some things happened, and it worked in our favor, and we ended up being able to make an offer on the building and closed on it, not too long ago.
Congratulations.
But I'll tell you that
It's
story off
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
For sure.
Easy call. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
sure that Natalia or Ide, they're gonna ask you something about a photo shoot or a
I
relationship
I
or
can't
So
no, go ahead,
obsessed with
please.
it.
I wanted to know, now that Victory Lap is out, now that Stay Dangerous is out, when are we gonna get the YG Nip collab album, America's Most Wanted?
Man, me and YG, we've been at the drawing board working on the big project. We gonna announce it soon. It might not even be music. It might be something bigger than music, but we working on a collaborative project.
Why do you like working with YG?
I think YG represent a lot of things I represent. I think that he important not only to the city, just to hip hop. I think, just I got a certain respect and understanding for anybody that come from LA and the culture of LA, the street culture of LA. You know what I mean? It's like I understand you a little better.
Is it important for you to embrace the artists and rappers from the West Coast?
When I think we all supposed to just big each other up, but then you got some relationships that's more just business, and just others that's deeper than business. It's like turning to friendship, camaraderie. But I think everybody, unless it's some personal things going on, let's big each other up. Let's make this bigger.
Definitely.
YG had said that there's a Fuck Donald Trump coming part 2. Is that part of the project that you guys
I
are
got
working
16
on?
for it. I don't know if that's. I don't know
Let
if
me know.
that's
I got
part of what we
16
working
too.
on. Yeah, but I got something for that. Yeah.
When you said that you had, when I asked you a previous question about what you would tell your younger self, you said to dream bigger and have bigger visions. What else is on your vision board for you?
Man, I got a music vision of where I want to see my music go. You know what I mean? And that's one of the main things. Us having more resources and us being more empowered is making a lot more realistic and easier to get done. Is take the music to that level we want to take it to. I never wanted to be a starving artist. I never wanted to be somebody that was just relying on music solely. So a lot of my day go toward making sure we got plays and doing things that keep what we doing afloat, as well as my team. But I'm more being able to just lock in on artist mode. We got things that's on autopilot business wise, so I could just really, really dive deep into the music. I think Victory Lap was the first example of that, but we gonna get a lot deeper.
Got some more coming.
Yeah.
What when we think about Nipsey, the brand, all money in, like it's bigger than music. It's bigger than he got a rap album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what
Clothing
what
line.
is like what is the entire brand? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
like what is everything?
You mean just
I know
the
there's
idea?
property. There's
Clothing.
I think I just rap about all my business things I do. You know what I mean? And I think that's why you would include that into my brand. But I know rappers that don't ever say nothing about real estate that own real estate.
Right,
It ain't
right.
a part of their lingo and their music, you know, but they own a lot of real estate and they got businesses and stuff like that. I just feel like, you know, I was always a hustler. So when I talk to a young dude, I'm like, bro, my advice to you is gonna be money advice. I ain't gonna get philosophical, give
Right,
you no
right.
religious advice. Bro, get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even all that other advice I could have gave you. This is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Nipsey, I gotta ask you, man, why did you slap that dude last year?
You talking about at the BET thing?
Yeah,
Honestly,
because for one, you like one of the most chill brothers. So when we saw it, we was
Right.
like, he deserved it. He
must have deserved
he
it.
did something.
Right. You know, we men.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody say the wrong thing to you and you'll fly off your handle. You know what I mean? That's all that took place. It was just some things that got said that was, you know, I didn't really have the patience for it that day. I would in hindsight I would take that back. I wouldn't have touched that dude. You know what I mean? But you know, we humans. We gonna laugh at something that's funny. So I understand the way the people took it and went up to it, but you know, you get repercussions.
And I apologize
definitely.
for even laughing now.
Nah, I get it. It's all good.
And I don't want to harp on it, but I couldn't
Seen that
imagine
clip.
even going home and my wife be like, "Baby, I saw what happened." You know what I'm saying? Like,
not trying to laugh.
and I know
But
you
I
not.
tell you this much.
But when you hit me, you went, "Oh, no."
You scandalous, man.
Yeah, you are.
You scandalous.
Trying to keep such a straight face. We're cracking up.
Hey, you know,
You do what a lot of us want to do sometimes.
man, but that's not the I'm not co-signing that move right there.
No, not at all.
I ain't gonna take no praise for that. That wasn't a good move. You feel me? So as funny as it is,
Oh
as much
yeah,
as that
as we
thing
look
was-
a year
There's
later.
repercussions.
Yeah.
Nah, but dude, you know, me and dude just, you know, we had a little argument and some stuff was said that, you know, was a little too disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right. Well, we're gonna leave it there. I got my chuckle
crazy.
off of it.
Nips, GQ celebrated your love with Lauren.
So
What has
cute.
that relationship taught you?
A lot of things, for real. You know, just trying to do things the right way in that space. I ain't really never tried to do a relationship the right way. You know what I mean? Or put effort into doing it the right way. That's not an easy thing to do. You know what I mean? So just everything that come with just the intention of trying to do it right. You know what I mean?
Were you surprised at all that GQ wanted to celebrate you guys as this couple, this power couple, who so many people loved to
Yeah.
see?
We do.
Without, I don't know if I was like surprised or I just thought like, yeah, that'd be dope. That's a good idea. And then the concept of it, you know, it was original.
Yeah.
I didn't love the concept at first when I
Oh my
heard
God,
the
it's so
horses and all
amazing.
that.
the horse and the flowers. I'm like, what is y'all trying to do? You know,
It was
but,
so the neighborhood too.
nah,
like,
when I seen it though, I'm like, yeah, they killed it.
It
The-
came
the-
together.
y'all killed it.
Did you want to make sure
But
that
even the
that you did
photographer-
shoot it where it was shot at, or
Yeah, that was
like
important.
some texture to it?
Yeah, that was important that we shot it, you know, in Los Angeles and specifically in my area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was some other ideas to do something downtown. And we like, nah, we gotta do it in LA.
Had you ever been around horses like that before? Horses are timid, man. You like,
Yeah, nah, I have before, but I was just, you know, it's like a vibe with a horse, or you know, you gotta kind of like
yeah.
tune yourself to the right vibe, and then he gonna chill. Seem like, but yeah,
Didn't take off with Lauren.
And not that
Nah.
is it crazy, but how many times have you been in like a liquor store, 7-Eleven, airport, and you've seen GQ magazine that you've never been a part of,
yeah, nah,
and now, and you did it your way though. You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
for
Like
sure.
like people come to Nipsey Hussle, like they came to the Nip that we know,
Right.
And didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you
nah,
didn't
we
have.
did. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, that was my main concern, cause I even had this convo with, you know, the GQ people. Like, we don't need a bad look. We don't need no look if it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, something that is not authentic and have me looking like I'm just reaching with
Yeah.
some fashion shit that's not true to me. And so how it came out was I fucked with it. You know what I mean? It was dope. It was dope.
and there, you had to clear out that it was not engagement photos.
Yeah, you know, people want to tell whatever their version of the story is, and it'd be like, you know, I even felt the way even clearing it up, because it'd be like, why you so sensitive about that? But the bottom line is like, you know, I ain't never lived like that. You can't tell me something about myself that ain't true. Period. If it's about relationship, anything, you can't. That's not true. Stop. Matter of fact, stop talking about me if you ain't got your facts.
Right. And when you announce, you announce.
And that's like family. That's like, you know, that's like
Close
private.
friends. Yeah.
Type. You don't want
something
a TMZ
intimate.
stole picture out your window if it was. You know what I mean? That's kind of whack, you know?
How do you deal with all the public chatter? Social media, TMZ, people in your business with music, relationship, whatever it is.
I think it's just maturity and just like wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You get older, you get wiser, you get more mature. That's not the focus. All that shit just water. Don't let the water get in the boat, you know?
How much do you use social media to your advantage?
Man, IG, Twitter and all that, you know? Anytime we make an announcement, anytime we got music, anytime we got videos, it go up on the social networks first.
What's your relationship with Puma right now?
Man, we got a great relationship. You know, we got a endorsement with Puma. We got a co-brand with Marathon Clothing and Puma. And even outside of just the business we doing over there, just the people at Puma, just solid people that I feel good about being in business with.
Why do you think it's so easy for you to go to the neighborhood, stay in the neighborhood? Because a lot of people, man, they don't check back in for whatever reason. Either they can't, either they don't want to. Why do you make sure that you always stay like turf tough?
Man, I don't know. I think it's just.
And I've been there, and I mean, I see, you know, I see the show up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, it's for real, for real.
I think what people don't really recognize about me is that, you know, my origin in the game was really different. My origin was really like a community put me on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing was really like this thing that was happening over there, and then people kind of heard about
They
it.
mess with you first.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it ain't really nothing special. It's not even, sometimes I had to remind myself, like, I'm tripping. You know what I mean? I'm by myself, but I don't feel like that. I grew up right here. I've been having jewelry around here. I've been having rims on my car. You feel me? I've been, you know, having 10,000 in my pocket. So where it's like, nothing happened to me back then, not because of no tough shit, just because of, you know, I'm a member of this community.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? It's love over here for me.
How do you handle your what I call the enoughs? Like, how do you handle hip hop enough, neighborhood enough,
Right.
black enough, Latino enough,
Right.
LA enough? You know what I'm saying? How do you handle all your enoughs?
Man, I learned when I was younger, like, you can't put your expectation of me on me. I'm me. You feel me? And you're not gonna ever make me feel bad for it. You're not gonna, you know, make me react to how you reacting to me. I don't care. I'm me. And if I part of who I am, you know, is disrespectful or is, you know, crossing the line of like basic things, I'm gonna check myself. But you know, we all are individuals. So for you to think my balance or my ratio, I'm to this or to that, and I ain't got enough of this and enough of that, that's all love. Just keep it to yourself, bro.
If we did percentages, how much Nipsey Hussle and brand and everything have we seen?
You mean like how much of the iceberg is above the water?
Yes.
Man, for real, I would say like,
Have we seen 50%, or we ain't even close to it?
man, we just the tip of the iceberg for real. And
Just
it's
starting.
so crazy because how long we've been pushing, and you know how much ground we've covered. But it's like, you know, I was playing with a handicap the whole time. I be telling people I got paid to practice for real, because it was like I ain't know how to do nothing. I didn't know. We learned on the job.
Yeah, man. Tuition into the school of
And
experience.
that's it. And to be where I'm standing now with the knowledge I have and with the information I had, the resources and the relationships, it's like, man, if we could do what we did standing way back there,
Yeah, man.
with what we had back then, standing here with what we got now, what can we do? I don't know. It's more just about personal shit with me, like staying humble, working hard, not going crazy, keeping my family intact. You know, like,
What do you do to relax?
man, fly, get on a flight. I relax on the flight, and then when
But
I'm
you
not,
flying to work, huh?
Or to a vacation.
well, I might have said that wrong. When I'm on flights, that's my chill time. You
Really?
feel me?
Yeah, you get a chance to
So
kind of
yeah.
shut
I'm
down.
by myself. I ain't responsible for no phone call, email, none of that. I mean, they got Wi-Fi on the flight, so.
Yeah.
But you know, them times, and then, you know, I kick it. I'll go chill with my family. I got a 10-year-old daughter, a 2-year-old son. You know what I mean? I go in the house with my girl, her son. You know what I mean? I kick it with my fam, go around my team, be at the office. But
what kind of dad is Nipsey Hussle?
Man, I think I'm a cool dad.
I'm a cool dad.
Who
I'm a
does the
regular
discipline?
dad.
Is it shared?
With my son, he 2.
Yeah.
So he's still getting away with things that, you know, he probably got 6 more months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Terrible twos, huh?
You can't even
on
make
you.
it to 3 with
I'm
that.
on you.
Yeah. But it's like shared, probably. It's shared. You know?
Yeah.
And what about with your
My
daughter?
wife.
Does she have you wrapped around her finger?
They would say she does. Everybody, my mom and my sister, you know, everybody would say she does. But I don't know. Did you have your dad wrapped around his finger?
Yes.
Around your finger?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I trust me.
Hey,
I
look,
was
you
called the
turned out
favorite.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She really did, man.
I love my dad.
My daughter's
Yeah.
10, and you know, just being a dad, like we got jobs and we got things that we do, but being a parent is one of the most hardest jobs, so-called job that you can have. You know what I'm
what's
saying?
crazy? I forgot who said it. I heard somebody say though, like you could be as happy as your saddest child.
Wow.
So we be so busy on grind mode, and you feel me? You leave something unattended too long, and you working for your happiness, but
Right.
you know, it's a much quicker route to it for real. You know what I mean?
And say it again, Nip.
You can be as happy as your saddest child. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm about to leave and go home and
Go,
Nah,
go
I
be with
felt
your
like
kids.
doing
go
that.
get my kids.
Pretty
son.
much.
Hell yeah. And,
Felt like
and
doing
man,
that
we
when I
build
heard that.
we're building
It's so
human.
true.
If you ever make it to any of like the Laker games or anything like that, are you a Laker fan still?
I'm
You still
I'm
have
a LA
pictures?
fan. I'm a LA fan for sure.
Go
that
ahead
was a segue into this next question.
What was the next
I don't
question?
know. It seemed like you were setting up.
I don't know. What were you ready for?
I don't know. Tell me.
I don't know. You seem like you
You can tell the future now.
Did you
huh?
buy any
You know you
Snoop
great at
Dogg
what you
tickets?
do, big. You said what?
Did you buy any Snoop Dogg $5 tickets that he was selling?
Yeah.
Out of frustration?
No. I don't think he meant that.
Right. No, he didn't because we asked him.
Yeah, I was trying to hit him up. I was like, I got 5 on
Yeah,
it.
he wasn't
he
really
was-
selling.
he was just
Were you
blowing
excited
smoke.
when LeBron announced that he was coming to the Lakers?
Of course, hell yeah.
What do you think we need to do right now? You think it's still going to take a little bit more time?
Man, you know, you just gotta let the game play out. You know, I wouldn't get no suggestions like y'all should do this or that. You gotta just let them players play. They working their chemistry out. You know.
Do you ever make it to the games?
Yeah, I've been to a few.
We should go together.
I was at the first home game when LeBron came to the Lakers.
Damn.
Yeah,
That must have been crazy
yeah, that was
fun.
cracking. Yeah.
That must have been crazy
And I had
expensive.
been to Laker games before that. The energy was different in the Staples Center off LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I feel
You
it.
made sure you made it to that one, huh?
Yeah, I
Hey,
just
Nip,
need to see that.
Do you need a ticket to get into a Laker game?
Where you going with these
I'm
questions?
just asking, bro. Like, do I need to meet you at the Staples? You know how there's some people you just
like
famous
city
by
lights.
face.
I definitely need a ticket. I ain't on that level.
What
yet.
about if you have a ticket just to get in? Can you walk down to the floor?
I probably could finesse
Yeah.
one and walk down.
Yeah.
Do you still
It's
send
like-
LeBron some unreleased music?
Yeah, I sent him racks in the middle early.
Yeah.
I sent that
What do you
to,
think
to
about it?
Harden, LeBron.
Hey, man.
He liked it.
Yeah.
he liked it.
You ever let him A&R your album?
I seen what he did with Chainz. I thought that was dope with 2 Chainz album. Well, I think that trick is out the bag now.
That's already taken.
But
Nip is over here like, all right, sold them the $100 CD.
Right.
Let me see. Like,
I think Bron a real hip hop head. So I think that was smart.
Yeah.
And 2 Chainz play basketball too. So the
Yeah.
rapper go to the
Yeah, that
league.
worked.
It made a lot of
It was
sense.
perfect.
did you play
Yeah.
ball, Nip?
Yeah, not official, but we grew up playing basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our thing.
But nothing
outside.
no high school sports or anything?
I probably played for like a month
And
on a high
then-
school team.
Yeah. And then life.
Like, I ain't coming here no more.
Easy
I,
call.
I wasn't getting yelled at and all that. Chill out, bro.
The drills.
You ain't
what
talking to me
Hey,
like
man,
that.
racks in the middle. Did that feel like that one was going to go for you?
You know what? Man, that was a real effortless, easy record to do. We just did it real easy. And, you know, it was a lot of stuff that was going on that I just wanted to put in the song and talk about in the song. From just touching on how I felt about Fats.
Yes.
To touching on how I felt about being Grammy nominated. To touch on, you know, how I felt about just the level that we had reached. You know
How
what I
much
mean?
of a release is when you get a chance to go in and make music?
Man, that's like my raw time. You know what I'm saying?
You enjoy being in the studio?
For sure. I be a different way with music than I be with people. You know what I mean? I'm completely unguarded with music.
Nip, is there anybody that say, man, I used to work with him? before it was hip hop money, rap money, whatever. Did you have what job did you have?
Man, I was a young boy. I used to shine shoes at Chambers.
Humble beginnings, huh? Here we go.
Yeah, for sure. I used to work at my sister's father's restaurant in Inglewood. It's called Bayou Grill. When I was young, I was.
Did you gonna buy that one too?
He got that covered.
Okay,
He been there
Still going?
almost 20 years. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
Now, what do you set up? What do you think you set up for your kids now? Will your kids get it, or will your kids have to work as hard as you?
They definitely got to work hard. You know, they not gonna have.
It'll be just a different work.
Yeah, it'll be. They got a different role to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, I did even look at my father. He was born in Africa. He came to America. You know what I mean? That was rare enough. Majority of his friends and his peers he grew up with still over there, and you know, still in that system, in that, you know, program.
Do your family know what you do?
Yeah, now they do. You talking about over there back home? Yeah, for sure.
What about here when you said I want to be this? I want to rap. I want to be in hip hop. Did your family understand that, or they didn't think that there was like a future in that? Especially when you got somebody that come from another country. When you move, it's like a whole different destiny that you want.
Well, my dad, he the only one from that side of our family that's here. So everybody else is my mom's side of the family. My dad was always, you know, encouraged me to just, you know, whatever in my heart, go after it. And then, you know, moms was supportive too, you know, from a distance of like, I started going to the studio early. I was 14, 15, sitting in the studio all day, not going to school. So that was my mama's objective with it. Was like, you gotta go to school. You can't just think you're gonna have a rap dream and start this early, you know?
Nipsey Russell Westbrook was recently asked who his favorite rappers were. He named Kendrick, YG, and Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite rappers right now aside from Nipsey Hussle?
Man, Ross, one of my favorite rappers. Meek Mill, YG, Hove, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick. Kendrick, one of the best. I think Dom Kennedy up there. I can go all day.
Yeah.
He was like, I love that.
You know, it's a trip. I was gonna let you go all day.
Yeah, me too. I was just gonna sit here and listen.
I like Chainz too. You know what I mean? I love 2 Chainz new album.
Yeah, man.
Went crazy.
And you know what I love about 2 Chainz new album is that he peeled off more layers on this one. You know what I'm saying? He peeled off more layers on this one. Yeah, he did.
What is your relationship like with Meek?
Fuck with Meek. You know, I think we planning on doing a project together. You know what I mean? But just like I seen Meek go through his struggles and just, you know what I mean, go through the challenges of this shit and kept it solid and stood tall through it and came through it, you know? So I respect the demonstration, but then also just as far as where he come from, what he represent, I relate to a lot of it too, so fuck with Meek.
And how easy was it for him to get you in the Going Bad video?
Oh, that was the phone call. That wasn't hard, you know. That wasn't hard.
That's I like when I saw you. I mean, I think the whole video looked dope, but like seeing you there, it's nice to see the relationships and stuff and like the support.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people, they do mess with you though. You know what I'm saying?
And I think too, like rap
respect.
for a minute got almost anti-street. Like we was wrong for just representing the streets and hip hop.
But you know what? Also, the streets were misrepresented too.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? The ones that's really from turf and really street, we don't really say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you don't have to wear it on you. So
Right.
and I think that it had just got different. It got a little goofy. It got a little social media out.
Goofy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it got disrespectful and disrespected.
Straight up.
And people didn't understand the exact cloth that it was cut from.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that when I gotta say, even when we started seeing like a lot of the Tekashi 6ix9ine stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
when he started coming at certain people, those were people that we thought like, man, they get him.
Yeah.
Or they this, that, and they
don't
knew
want
to
it
just
with
like, man,
Yeah.
you know what
hands
I'm
off.
saying? Like,
But
man.
you see the outcome?
Yeah, there it is.
But
You
it's
know?
like that's why the public gotta be more. You can't even really get on a Tekashi. You gotta demand more from the public because you got people that have reacted to how the public reacted to Tekashi disrespecting them.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So
Like
the
it's
public
like
gotta
I gotta put a red light on, you know, or people a trip for real.
And it's like somebody be sitting home looking at their timeline, reacting to what Tekashi said about them, it might feel pressure to go do something. But it's like the public should not even react to clown shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? We shouldn't even. It should. The public should follow the real niggas, and the real niggas ain't reacting, so y'all don't react.
Exactly.
You know, put this shit on. Put the dude on goofy time and just let him sit over here and do what he doing till that shit expire. Cause it always gonna self-destruct, clearly. You know what I mean? So
And here we are.
Yeah.
Women's Appreciation Day is definitely going down, man. What's the best advice a woman has given you? Or is it something that you learned from a queen?
Man, that's a great question. I would say the best thing I learned from a woman is just, you know, the power of the heart. You know what I'm saying? Just to see that work in their life and how that turns out. Like my grandmother, somebody that was always kind to people to the point where you might feel like you got to protect her. Somebody gonna take advantage of her. She's very kind to people. But then I look at how her life played out. She happy. She ain't got no regrets. She walk around lighthearted and got a glow at 88 and still kicking and smiling. She not like a product of like meanness or just being
When it could have been easy.
yeah, or just like, you know, you be so strategic or so mental, you know, but that ain't what how people interact. People interact off love.
So you got to take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
bit of
yeah,
G-Ma.
for sure, the balance. You know,
Yeah.
I came from like guard up. You know, I came from like I'm suspect of people.
Hell
Right.
You know what I mean?
What
I
do you
came
want?
from the scandalous.
Yeah.
So my perception and my intent or my understanding of, you know, your
Those
angle.
intentions.
Yeah, I got my guard up, but then what I have learned from not only my grandma but just, you know, the women in my life is just the power, like, you know, the heart, and you know what I mean.
How much does your queen balance you? You know how sometimes they could pull us off the ledge, or you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
with my wife, I know that she has all good intentions for everything.
Right.
Kurt Alexander,
Right.
Big Boy, whatever.
Without a
Right.
doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like really in the trenches, and like you go ahead, baby, I got you covered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what is that like with your queen?
I just like honest people. I like raw people. You know what I'm saying? I like people who just like 100. You know, so I think that if you saying the balance, I wouldn't call that the balance, but I would just say that, you know, that's probably one of the qualities I admire the most. Is that
Can she tell you tripping?
yeah,
Yeah.
good for sure. I trip, you know, time to
Just like,
time.
I trip.
Right.
You know, I don't like when nobody check me or have to check me. So I try to stay on top of myself.
Yeah, try to self check.
Yeah,
Self-aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and it's always my thing is, man, it's always good to go home. It's so much out there anyway.
Right.
That I love like a tight inner circle, bro.
Right.
Tight
Straight
inner.
up.
You doing anything special for International
Oh, man,
Women's
you
Day?
wouldn't believe it.
Hey,
I'm going
Put
crazy.
you up on game, huh?
if it's a surprise, you can't.
Nah, yeah, you know, a little something. got
As you
something.
should.
Little something.
Go ahead. Whatever you're gonna do, I'm gonna do half of that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, I'm not all money in. I got
Is
some
that
money in.
Is that a new thing?
What International Women's
Appreciation Day? We
No,
we
that's
giving
been
gifts
going
for that
on.
now?
I think it's just
No,
it gets bigger.
I know it's not a new holiday. I'm saying, are we giving gifts now? Is that,
Oh.
I
is
mean, we would appreciate gifts,
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah.
give a gifts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Set the
definitely.
tone.
I
you
think if
got it.
anything, just appreciate the women around you.
Yeah.
Let
Do
them
it with
know.
love. Whatever you do,
You're
it with
dope.
love.
Yeah.
got you.
Don't even listen to her. She don't even
Do
have
it with
nobody right
love.
now. We appreciate her.
That doesn't matter.
But
I don't need to have
you know what I'm
anybody.
She
saying?
got
Like-
plenty of options. You know what I mean? She got plenty.
That's what I
options.
try to tell her. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And she always, and I'm telling you, Nip, we sit here, we work together. She always winking at me, and she know I'm married. She like, "Big, what's happening?
So
What's going on?"
disrespectful.
Yeah, just so. I'm glad you said
All
it.
the time, he's always
so
I can't help it.
disrespectful. Yeah, that's why.
I can't
So
help
you
it.
notice I've been talking like this all day.
All day.
That's what
Gotta-
I spend
gotta
so much
keep that
time
ring
with
up.
you.
See what now?
That's-
I spend so much time
Stop
with
calling
you.
me your work husband. Big
Big
Neighborhood.
boy.
Nipsey Hussle, thank you for coming
Thank
into the
you so
neighborhood and
much.
hanging out with
Always.
us, man.
Thank
Good
y'all.
to see
Always
ya.
a pleasure to see you.
Yeah.
And you know what I love when we sit down, man, you drop so many jewels and so much knowledge that it lives on even after the interview.
That's
Like
right.
there's times I be on social media and something to just pop up. I'm like, hey, that
So
was
good.
us.
Oh yeah, we got a few little clips went viral.
Don't we
from
don't?
here.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you be on top of your stuff
You be
too.
asking the right questions though.
Ah, you stop that, man. Well,
Yeah,
you
you good at
answer
what
them
you
right
do,
too.
man. You good at
Oh,
what
thank
you
you,
do.
brother. Thank
Yeah.
you, man. Thank you, man. I
Many more to
appreciate
go.
that. Yeah,
Many more
God,
to
God
go.
willing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, God
What you,
willing.
20,
man.
20, how many in now?
25 years this year.
Yeah, man, that's major.
25 years this year, man. Where the bell at?
Give
Give
it-
the bell, man.
Bell's over there.
The fuck? Yeah, I said 25 years. You didn't even ring it with your jealous ass.
Wow, he's all
Jealousy,
salty
man. You know what
over
I'm
there.
saying?
He ain't.
Yeah, I'm his boss. I know he don't have 25 years in him.
Hey, replays.
Thank you, man. Please, let me just go into the Marathon store for 25 minutes and just... No, I can't do 25.
Shop until you drop for 25.
Shop until I drop for 25. Let me go 25 seconds.
25 seconds.
And anything I grab in the Marathon store, I can have.
I can't confirm that on camera. We'll talk about it off
25 seconds to grab anything?
Listen.
25 seconds is a lot.
With a bad knee?
I got partners. These guys count every penny. You know what I'm saying? These are serious business.
We are missing
he was
3
like,
sweaters.
See, that's how we do our businesses. You won't ask to go in Gucci and grab 25 seconds of this or Louis Vuitton, but you want to come down and grab from us.
You good for it. I just got to confirm with the team.
All right.
They count every dollar.
Team.
All right, good to go. Good to go. But no, I appreciate you for coming into the neighborhood, man.
You
are hanging out with us, man. And I definitely see you on Saturday. And you said it. Congratulations on everything, man. And continue to be an inspiration and continue to do it your way.
Yes.
A lot of people, myself included, a lot of people are watching you.
We admire you.
And we really, man, you really represent us well.
Yes,
and whatever us means, you really represent us well, man. And continue to do so.
Thank y'all for that.
Nipsey Hussle in the neighborhood, Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
Yeah.